So, ignition, fuel, and hit start. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is, well, these next couple days are going to be pretty exciting days. So what we got going on, we are in the process turning the car on, and it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. But we do got a couple of things that we need to do for the car. We need to go to Daniel's house and weld on the O2 sensor, a bung for the O2 sensor, and then we need to make the plate for the ECM to be mounted to. So we got a couple things that we got to do. A little bit of wiring that we need to do, connect the starter to the switch and so forth. That's a little bit of miscellaneous things, add the fluids and so forth, so we can get this car running. So later on today's video, we're going to be heading over to Daniel's house, kicking it with him, doing some stuff for this car and probably some stuff for his car. So we got a long day today, and probably tomorrow after everything's connected up today, getting the ECM mounted up, and then we're going to turn on this baby, and can't wait to hear how it sounds. So let's get started. Alright, so we have our Holley Terminator X Max over here. We have the fuel EV6 injectors. I did go ahead and start opening some of this stuff. So like some of this stuff is like the wiring harnesses. So like I have to connect this directly to the battery, which would power the ECM. So that's that. This is the actual ECM here. So I need to see where we're gonna mount this. And this is all pretty straightforward. So this is the wideband O2 sensor, which we never, we never installed the bung. And so that means the circuit is gonna have to get redone. So we're gonna have to grind out some of this and figure out where we want it. And yeah, that's gonna be that. And then pretty much everything else is gonna be like plug and play. There's a couple of adapters in here. This is for, and try to see this is for the fuel injectors. They have a drive-by wire throttle body in here. This is the drive-by wire harness inside of here, which is this is a Holley dash. So I'm gonna get all this stuff mounted up and getting it wired up in, so that was pretty easy and clean. So it's gonna make his life a little easier too, and that way we don't have to really do much, and when he comes, it starts. So I want to mount the ECM in a way that everything is, proper length, because I don't want to add wires, I don't want to cut wires or anything like that into the CCM. So I was thinking this spot right over here, because it's like a standalone space. This side right over here was the factory one, where the factory one was, and it has a lot of like the brake booster and all that stuff. So this part would be a little tight. So this part is actually vacant. Nothing's in here. This is like a little template that I was making to see if I could make something in here. But this basically has a power line going through it, and then I could probably that already has a hole for a grommet, so I can definitely make some use or make a hole or something like that. So we're gonna take a look at that, basically see how big this is, measure it up, and see how we're gonna get it wired. Because this part right here, this gets mounted to the ECM and it has to get connected straight to the battery. Well, I'll probably do it to my distribution block. So I want to make sure that we have enough length, and so basically focusing on that. First thing I ran was the power that's going to be going into the ECM. So I ran that there, having it come out through that hole, ran it in between through here, and just to make sure there is enough length. It's more than enough, it's perfectly linked, so that way I can actually get it mounted right over here. So that's perfect, so I'll take care of that. And then, so now is pretty much trying to figure out the mounting plate. That's the main thing. So now since I have that part taken care of, figured out where for the power, that's perfectly. So now this is getting the mounting for this situated. I have a basic template that I made. So now I just kind of have to make adjustments and make the holes and get it made out of metal right over here. I've finished making the plate for it, and basically the Terminator X Max is gonna sit roughly just like that. That way it has enough room for the wiring harnesses to go in. So I'm thinking about making a notch right over here, so that way all the wire loops can come over here, and then that way this can exit out and go into the engine bay as needed. So that's the way I'm trying to go upon and think about. Maybe that one will work. That way I don't cut just a hole and this is just there. Probably just slice this up so that way it's nice and clean. So far it's coming out really good. So this is our little mess up that we never did. So we had to grind up the little Cerakote and weld on our new bong. Luckily Daniel's here to the rescue.
Yeah, we'll see if I can include this on here. See if I can remember how to weld this stainless steel I did last time.
Well,
Let's find out.
So a little bit of an update since you guys haven't seen before. I did put a power steering cooler on it. I did put the mesh grill on here. We did install the O2 sensor here, and we have a new throttle body. This throttle body is the one that works with the ECM, so that's why I had to swap out my old throttle body. This is the third throttle body, the one that came with the motor, and then I bought a replacement one. Then I bought this one, and then pretty much all the harnesses connected, did everything as I could. Got the main connectors over here, so I'm going to connect the ECM shortly. Everything inside the car, switches, all done. This was all powder coated. Let me guys show you the inside, other side. All right, so we have the airlift system. I made sure all the airs have bags. Just tested that, making sure that's good. This is the tuning software. This is the digital dash. My switches, my pedal. So I haven't put the pedal in yet, but the connector's right there. I made sure everything was good with the fuel. Filter, everything was signed up. Air signed up. Tank signed up. Haven't put anything in the tank yet, but I went ahead and filled up my 5-gallon gas with premium, so we should be good. And look at that ECM, perfectly mounted, nice little plate, and nice and pretty for this motor. I am so excited. I cannot wait.
You ready?
Yeah. You want to turn the second pump on too? So,
Ignition, fuel, and then hit start.
alright guys, so it is the next day and the car sounds amazing and healthy and no issues, no leaks whatsoever. We didn't really get to drive the car around because we did run into a little issue. Nothing with the motor at all. The motor and everything is completely fine. The issue is a little bit with our brakes. The brakes were leaking a little bit from the seals, the fluid, so the lines and everything were great, just a little bit of an issue with the seals. So right now we're focusing on getting the brakes up and running so we can go drive the car. But we did switch through the gears and to make sure the wheels were spinning in the correct direction, making sure it was going through all the gears. So we do know the drive shaft and the diff, all that stuff is good and working. Probably later on in the future we'll probably switch out the diff fluid, but again guys, I do want to touch base on something. Like, I've been working on this car for a hot minute, and this was on track to go to SEMA this year, and as you guys know, SEMA 2020, it is canceled, so it is a little bit of a bummer, but we do got a couple of shows that are opening up here in Dallas, which is Race Wars and probably Import Face Off, so we're probably going to be showing this car up there. So I'm going to update you guys as the time comes, because we don't know what's going on with all this stuff in the world, but want to give you guys an update on that. Alright, and the funny part is, so since it is a hood dump, it's not drastically loud. It is loud, but I want to hear how it sounds whenever it's at full throttle, driving down the street, seeing how it actually sounds and show you guys that part. Right now, the car sounds great, idle, and like no issues, no hiccups. Even everything's up to date on it, so far everything is great about it. I do want to touch base on a little bit of something. You guys do know I've been working on this car for almost a little bit over a year, about a year now, like doing with this, rebuilding the engine, doing a swap, getting everything ready for the swap, doing miscellaneous things about painting, sort of stuff like that. This car's came a long way. The car sounds great, it's healthy, it's amazing. I know I've been rambling all about this, but it's finally starts, it's alive, it finally works now. We're just gonna enjoy it, drive it to the track, have fun at the track, and just create some memories with this car. And again, like, I just want to, the main thing I'm trying to say is, like, if you guys put your mind to it, you guys can achieve it, and that's really what I'm trying to say is, put your mind to it, set up goals, and you'll achieve it. As you guys saw, I've been working on this car with a bunch of other projects I've been working on, like my X5, the Accord, the Jeep, truck, trailer, all this stuff. Going to shows and events, working full time doing this. A lot of stuff that's been going on. So what I'm trying to say is, set some goals, put your mind to it, and you'll keep working hard, and you'll get it done. Like there's been times where I've been like a little like, oh, I don't want to do this, and like I've been a little procrastinating on some stuff, and like I kind of wanted to stop the project, but I didn't stop the project because I wanted the end result of like starting the car, driving it, and having fun with it. This car's been down for so long, and I miss driving it because this BMW, like this body style, is one of my favorite styles of all times, and it's so like it's a perfectly built car. And now even the motor that's in it, it's even better, and it's gonna be making some crazy power. Right now, so the car is built to hold 1200 horsepower. Right now, we're gonna probably keep it around 800. We will dyno it in the future. We're just working on all the kinks and everything, making sure everything is good and have a little fun. The Holly cool part about it is like self-tuning a little bit, so it will tune as more you drive it. So eventually we'll take it to the dyno, we'll fine tune it a little bit, and then dyno and get you guys the real numbers. And we're shooting to have this over 1,000, but realistically we're gonna shoot for 8 because one is a lot of power, so, and I don't want to wrap myself around a tree. So that's that. But again, that's basically it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the subscribe button. We're on our way to 5,000 subscribers, so go ahead and share the videos as much as you can. Like, car finally starts up. It's been a big dream of mine, and it's alive. It works. So just put your mind to it, live your dreams, and we'll catch you guys next video. Peace.